Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Mahārāja's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book compilation by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Mahārāja on December 1st, 2020 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Mangalang ayateyam yatchitadaman vande Sri Gurum Didharinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Caitanya Ishram Harihi Om Tat Sat.
So, Hare Krishna, today we will continue with our compilation of the Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book. Today's chapter is entitled as Maheśvara takes shelter of Lord Kṛṣṇa, Caitanya Bhagavat.
So, Lord Caitanya has come from Bengal to Orissa.
So, Lord Caitanya had come from Bengal to Orissa,
Seeing the Sakshi Gopal deity in Cuttack.
seeing the Sakshi Gopal deities in Cuttack.
Going to Bhubaneswar,
He is going to Bhubaneswar,
seeing the beautiful deity of Lord Shiva,
seeing the beautiful deity of Lord Shiva,
seeing Ananda Vasudeva,
seeing Ananta
seeing
Vasudeva,
the Bindu Sarovar.
seeing the Bindu Sarovar.
Why did this place rather than Varanasi?
So it is mentioned that this place is better than Varanasi.
Here eternally Lord Shiva resides with Parvati.
And here eternally Lord Shiva resides with Parvati.
So we're hearing some of the glories of Bhubaneswar Dham,
So we are hearing some of the glories of Bhubaneswar Dham
and how Lord Shiva took shelter of Kṛṣṇa here.
and how Lord Shiva took shelter of Kṛṣṇa here.
গোবিন্দ শরণাপন্ন শিব শেষে শিব বুঝিলেন সুদর্শন স্থানে রক্ষা করিবে কেন নাহি কৃষ্ণ বিনে।
Ultimately, Lord Shiva realized
Ultimately Lord Shiva realized
that except by the mercy of Kṛṣṇa,
except by the mercy of Kṛṣṇa,
no one can protect me from the Sudarshan.
no one can protect me from the Sudarshan.
এতেক চিন্তিয়া বৈষ্ণবগ্র ত্রিলোচন ভয়ে ত্রস হই গেল গোবিন্দ শরণ।
By thinking in this way,
By thinking in this way,
three-eyed, topmost Vaishnava Lord Shiva
the three-eyed, topmost Vaishnava, Lord Shiva,
went in fear to take shelter of Lord Govinda.
went in fear to take shelter of Lord Govinda.
শরণাগত শিবের কৃষ্ণ স্তুতি ও অপরাধ ক্ষমা প্রার্থনা। জয় জয় মহাপ্রভু দেবকী নন্দন জয় সর্বব্যাপী সর্বজীবের শরণ।
All glories to the Supreme Lord, the Son of Devaki,
All glories,
Devaki Nandan.
all glories to the Supreme Lord, the son of Devaki, Devaki Nandan.
All glories to the all-pervading Lord and shelter of all the living entities.
All glories to the all-pervading Lord and the shelter of all the living entities.
This was the prayer offered by Lord Shiva.
So this was the prayer offered by Lord Shiva.
And follows.
and this is as follows.
জয় জয় সুবুদ্ধি কুবুদ্ধি সর্বদাতা জয় জয় স্রষ্টা হর্তা সবার রক্ষিতা
All glories, you,
All glories to you,
restorer of both good and bad intelligence.
the bestower of both good and bad intelligence.
All glories to you, the creator, maintainer, and destroyer of all.
All glories to you, the creator, the maintainer, and destroyer of all.
জয় জয় অদশদর্শী কৃপা সিন্ধু জয় জয় সন্তপ্ত জনের এক বন্ধু
All glories to the ocean of mercy who does not find faults in others.
All glories to the ocean of mercy who does not find faults in others.
All glories to the only friend of all living entities
All
who are
glories
suffering.
all glories to the only friend of all living entities who suffer.
জয় জয় অপরাধ ভঞ্জন শরণ দোষ ক্ষমা প্রভু তোর লইন শরণ
All glories to you,
All glories to you,
removes one's offenses and gives one shelter.
who remove one's offenses and gives one shelter.
Please forgive my offense,
Please
O
forgive,
Lord.
please forgive my offense, O Lord.
I surrender unto you.
I surrender unto you.
শঙ্করের স্তবে হরির প্রসন্নতা চক্রতেজ সংবরণ ও দর্শন দান শুনি শঙ্করের স্তব সর্বজীব না চক্রতেজ নিবারিয়া হইল সাক্ষাৎ
Hearing the prayer of Sri Shankar,
Hearing the prayers of Shiv Shankar,
the Lord of all living entities,
the Lord of all living entities,
he stopped the Sudarshan Chakra's attack
he stopped the Sudarshan Chakra's attack
and appeared present before him.
and present before him.
Kṛṣṇa became present before Lord Shiva and stopped the Sudarshan Chakra's advance.
So Krishna became present before Lord Shiva and stopped Sudarshan Chakra's advance.
চতুর্দিকে শোভা করে গোপ গোপীগণ কিছু ক্রোধ হাস্য মুখে বলে ন বচন
Surrounded by in all directions, beautifully lively, colored boys and girls.
Surrounded in all directions beautifully by the cowherd boys and girls,
Slightly angrily and smiling,
slightly angrily and smiling,
with an angry and smiling face.
with an angry and smiling face.
He spoke the following words.
The following words.
শঙ্করের প্রতি হরির অনুযোগ ও উপদেশ কেন শিব তুমি তো জানো মোর শুদ্ধি এত কালে তোমার এমত কেনে বুদ্ধি
Why, Shiva, I certainly know my progress
Shiva, you certainly know my prowess.
How then, after so much, after all this time, how did you develop
After all these things, how did you develop
such an intelligence?
such an intelligence? How, after all this time, how did you develop such an intelligence or mentality?
কোন কীট কাশিরাজ অধম নিরপতি তার লাগে যুদ্ধ করো আমার সংহতি
Fallen king and another insect, Kṛṣṇa.
Who is this fallen king, the insignificant insect, Kashiraj?
For him, you fought with me.
For him, you fought with me.
এই যে দেখো মোর চক্র সুদর্শন তোমারেও না সহে যাহার পরাক্রম
You saw my Sudarshan Chakra,
You saw my Sudarshan Chakra,
whose prowess even you cannot tolerate.
whose prowess even you cannot tolerate.
ব্রহ্মাস্ত্র পশুপাতস্ত্র আদি যত পরম অবর্থ মহা অস্ত্র আর কত
Great and fellow weapons like the Maheśvara, Astra, and others.
The great infallible weapons like the Brahmastra, Pashupatastra, and the other weapons,
All that may exist.
other weapons that may exist.
সুদর্শন স্থানে কারো নাহি প্রতিকার যার অস্ত্র তারে চাহে করিতে সংহার
Have no response before or powerless before the Sudarshan Chakra.
As no response are powerless before the Sudarshan Chakra.
When such weapons are defeated,
When such weapons are defeated,
they want to kill their creator.
they want to kill their creator.
The creator,
Creator or builder.
হেন তো না দেখি আমি সংসার ভিতর তোমা বই যে আমারে করে অনাদর
and thus appears to me that within this whole material world,
It appears to me that within this whole material world,
that no one who disrespects me
there is no one who disrespects me
more than you.
more than you.
শুনিয়া প্রভুর কিছু শক্রদুত্তর অন্তরে কম্পিত বড় হইলা শঙ্কর
Saying us as very large, slightly angry response.
Seeing this Supreme Lord's hearing the Supreme Lord's slightly angry response,
Lord Shiv Shankar was trembling within.
Lord Shiv Shankar was trembling within
in fear.
in fear.
শিবের আত্মনিবেদন ও নিজ অস্বতন্ত্রতা জ্ঞাপন তবে শেষে ধরিয়া প্রভুর শ্রীচরণ করিতে লাগিল শিব আত্মনিবেদন।
And then finally, Lord Shiva grabbed hold of the Supreme Lord's lotus feet.
Then finally, Lord Shiva grabbed hold of the Supreme Lord's lotus feet
And began to speak in self-surrender,
began to speak
and
with,
full self-surrender.
and began to speak with full self-surrender.
তোমার অধীন প্রভু সকল সংসার, স্বতন্ত্র হইতে শক্তি আছে কাহার।
The whole material world is under your control.
The whole material world is under your control,
O Supreme Lord,
O Supreme Lord.
who has the power to become independent.
Who has the power to become independent?
পবনে চালাই যেন সূক্ষ্ম তৃণগান, এই মতো অস্বতন্ত্র সকল ভুবন।
The whole universe, in the entire universe, all the people of the entire universe are controlled by my Lord.
All the people of the entire universe are controlled by you, my Lord.
Just as the wind, like dry grass carried by the wind.
Like dry grass carried by the wind. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated, Tvam tva jagat sthit udayanta hetum samam prasantam suhrutatma devam ananyamekam jagadatmaketam bhavapavargaya bhajama devam. Let us worship you, the Supreme Lord, to be freed from material life. You are the maintainer of the universe and the cause of its creation and its demise. Equipoised and perfectly at peace, you are the true friend, self and worshipable Lord. You are the one, without a second, the shelter of all the worlds and the souls. All souls. One should also discuss the Mahabharata Shanti Parva, chapter 43, verse 16, and Anushasana Parva, chapters 147 to 148. In the Katha Upanishad 2.2.8 and 2.3.1, it is stated, Tasmin lokashrita sarve tatta tatuna natyeti kaschana. In him all the worlds are situated. No one can surpass him.
Lord Shiva is expressing the realization that Krishna is the Supreme One without a second.
So Lord Shiva, he is expressing his realization that Krishna is the Supreme One without a second.
যে করাও প্রভু তুমি সেই জীবে করে, হেন কেবা আছে যে তোমার মায়া তরে।
Oh, my Lord, whatever you do,
Oh my Lord, whatever you do,
the entities act in that way.
the living entity act in that way.
Who is that person that has the power
Who is that person who has the power
to surpass your illusory energy?
to surpass your illusory energy?
বিশেষে দিয়াছ প্রভু মরে অহংকার, আপনারে বড় বই নাহি দেখো আর।
Oh my Lord, Sallallahu you especially gave me
O my
my false ego.
O my Lord, somehow or rather, you had given me my quality of false ego.
As a result, I don't see anyone superior to myself.
And as a result, I don't see anyone superior to myself. False ego is produced from the mode of ignorance. By the will of the Supreme Lord, the Guna Avatar Mahadev is invested with the power of destruction. Therefore, the unauthorized philosophy propounded by the impersonalist Kashiraja, the commentator Srikantha, who was a follower of the Shaiva Vishishtadvaita philosophy, and other impersonalists like Appaya Dikshita, have been completely refuted by the Shruta Prakashika commentary on Sri Bhashya by Sri Sudarshana Acharya, the servant of Sri Ramanuja. Yet, while raising its hate letter on the philosophy of Shaiva Vishishtadvaita, was out of misfortune smashed into pieces by the weapon of Sudarshana in the form of the Shuddha Vishishtadvaita philosophy. Mayavadam asaschastram prachannam baudamuchyate mayaiva vihitam devi kalau brahmana murtina. In the age of Kali, I take the form of a Brahmana to explain the Vedas through false scriptures and in an atheistic way, similar to the Buddhist philosophy. These activities mentioned in this verse describe the mission of predominating deity of the false ego, but Sri Vishnu Swami, who was engaged in the service of the Supreme Lord, took shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Rudra, his spiritual master, in such a way that he restored the spiritual ego in place of all forms of mundane false ego.
On the order of Lord Kṛṣṇa, Lord Shiva took the form of Brahma and spread the impersonalist philosophy.
In the order of Lord Kṛṣṇa, Lord Shiva took a form of a Brahmana and propagated the impersonalist philosophy.
But the same Lord Shiva, he instructed and empowered the Vishnu Swami.
The same Lord Shiva, he empowered and instructed the Vishnu Swami.
The profound philosophy which defeated the impersonalist philosophy of Shankaracharya.
Who defeated the impersonalist philosophy of Shankaracharya.
So established the real ego of the spirit soul, servitor of Kṛṣṇa.
So he established the real ego.
The
Spirit soul is the servitor of Kṛṣṇa.
Rather than the false ego of body that's serving the illusory energy.
Rather than the false ego, the body serving the illusory energy. The false ego, I am the body.
তোমার মায়ায় মোরে করাই দুর্গতি কি করিমু প্রভু মুই অস্বতন্ত্র মতি
Your illusory energy bewilders me and makes me make mistakes.
Your illusory energy bewilders me and makes me to make mistake.
My dear Lord, what shall I do?
My dear Lord, what shall I do?
I am not independent.
I have no independence
And intelligence.
and
Or mentality.
and mentality. It is stated that Maya Disha, Maya Vasha, Ishvare Jive Ved, The Lord is the master of the potencies, and the living entity is the servant of them. That is the difference between the Lord and the living entity. Therefore, even though Lord Shiva is addressed by the name Bhagavan, he is a subordinate devotee of the eternal Lord Vishnu.
This pastime has established the actual position of Lord Shiva
So this pastime has established the actual position of Lord Shiva
in relation to Lord Kṛṣṇa.
in relation to Lord Krishna.
তোর পদ পদ্ম মোর একান্ত জীবন অরণ্যে থাকিব চিন্তি তোমার চরণ
Your lotus feet are my only life and soul.
Your lotus feet are only my life and soul.
I will live in the forest and simply remember your lotus feet.
I will live in the forest and simply remember your lotus feet.
তথাপিও মোরে সে লও অহংকার মুই কি করিবর প্রভু যে ইচ্ছা তোমার
So you invest me with the false ego.
Still, you invest me always with the false ego.
What can I do, my Lord, dear Lord?
What can I do, O my dear Lord?
What you desire happens.
What you desire happens. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated, Dravyam karmascha kalascha svabhavo jiva evacha yat anugrahata santi na santi yat upekshaya. One should definitely know that all material ingredients, activities, time and modes, and the living entities who are meant to enjoy them all exist by His mercy only, and as soon as He does not care for them, everything becomes non-existent. And in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated, Shiva Shakti Yuta Shasvat Trilingo Guna Samvritaha Vaikarikas Tajaishascha Tamasas Chetyaham Trida. Lord Shiva is always united with his personal energy, the material nature, manifesting himself in three features in response to the entities of nature's three modes. He thus embodies the threefold principle of material ego in goodness, passion, and ignorance.
Now Lord Shiva is begging for forgiveness.
Now, Lord Shiva is begging for forgiveness.
ক্ষমা ভিক্ষা তথাপি প্রভু মুই কইলু অপরাধ সকল ক্ষমিয়া মরে করহ প্রসাদ
Although my Lord, I have committed an offense,
Although, my Lord, I have committed an offense,
please forgive me. Forgive all of the offenses and bestow your mercy upon me.
and please forgive me for all my offenses and bestow your mercy on me.
এমতো কুবুদ্ধি মোর যেন আর নহে এই বর দেহ প্রভু হইয়া সদয়ে
Oh my Lord, please have your mercy on me and give me the benediction.
Oh, my Lord, please have mercy on me and kindly give me the benediction,
That I may never develop the evil mentality again.
so that I may never develop the evil mentality again.
যেন অপরাধ কইলু করি অহংকার হইল তাহার শাস্তি শেষ নাহি আর
I did an offense
I did an offense
due to my false ego.
due to my false ego.
I have been punished
I have been punished
for that,
for that,
appropriately punished for that.
and I was appropriately punished for that.
নিবেদিতা আত্মা শিবের প্রভুর আজ্ঞা অনুসারী বসতি প্রার্থনা। এবে আজ্ঞা কর প্রভু থাকি মুকতায়, তোমা বই আর বা বলিব কার পায়।
Please, my Lord, give me the instruction.
Please, my Lord, give me the instruction.
Where will I stay?
Where would I stay?
Other than you,
Other than you,
whose lotus feet can I appeal?
into whose lotus feet can I appeal?
So, Lord Shiva, he was surrendering at the lotus feet of Lord Kṛṣṇa.
So Lord Shiva, he was surrendering at the lotus feet of Lord Kṛṣṇa,
Grabbing on Lord Kṛṣṇa's lotus feet,
grabbing on Lord Kṛṣṇa's lotus feet,
begging that he have mercy on him,
begging that please have mercy on him,
and that he may not develop this evil mentality again.
that he may not develop this evil mentality again. Thus ends the chapter entitled Maheśvara takes the shelter of Lord Kṛṣṇa.
So, we see how Lord Shiva, he had committed offenses to false ego,
So we see how Lord Shiva, he has committed offense due to false ego,
and he fell on the lotus feet of Kṛṣṇa,
and he fell at the lotus feet of Kṛṣṇa
begged for mercy.
and begged for mercy.
Now we have committed offenses to the nature.
So now we have committed offenses to the nature.
Now the system of sacrifice is to surrender to Kṛṣṇa and chant his holy name.
Now the system of sacrifice is to surrender to Kṛṣṇa and chant his holy name.
If people don't like to chant the name in Sanskrit,
If people don't like to chant the name in Sanskrit,
they can chant whatever language scripture is written in.
so they can chant in whatever language their scripture is written.
Any one of my name of God.
Any bona fide name of God.
But the principle is that if we have committed offense, we should beg for the mercy of the Supreme Lord.
But the principle is, if we commit offense, we should beg for the mercy of the Lord.
Hare Kṛṣṇa,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Kṛṣṇa,
Hare Krishna,
Kṛṣṇa Kṛṣṇa,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram Ram,
Ram Ram,
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare. Guru Maharaj,
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.